It's only 15. Feels like a milestone.
Mm.
Only 15.
Hmm.
We gotta rack up more of these.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of shit.
Got the notification. We are streaming online.
Wait, now the notification came out. We can pretty much start showing the roll call real quick before I cue the introduction. Average.
Wow.
Izian.
Hi, hi.
Kanto.
Yes, hello.
Cloudy.
I am here.
Sakura.
Here.
See you guys in 30 seconds. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Fantasy of the Past. We are on episode 15. That said, Claudia, I believe you mentioned that you'd be taking the recap this.
Yes, sir.
Take us away, my brother.
Last time on Phantoms of the Past, their first battle against a Mouther. There is nothing that can prepare you fully until you face it for yourself. The power of this creature was felt as it used its thousand palm ability to break upon the warriors. Mistafar, taking completely on his own, while the students fought against the many spectral temple hands that had appeared. Blow for blow, the hands were thrown as Sora and Lewis stuck close by, fighting the tri-hand technique that forced them into close combat, while Phoenix, Judith, and Amrut would venture back to the fight the ones that had appeared in the trial rooms. The force behind each hand was felt, but it was do or die, and the warriors had greater foes to face. They would show their utmost might. Fire and wind emboldened each other, taking one hand took out its adjacent one regardless of damage, and together cleaned up the rest of the hands only for the Mouther to deliver a mighty blow that rendered Lewis unconscious. She went forth to deliver a killing blow, but it was in that moment that the rest of the gang, water, light, and darkness, slew the final hand, banishing the Mouther away as part of the ancient rule. With the first of two Mouthers defeated, the wary party pushed on. Job was half finished, wounds would have to wait. They all would find themselves in a dugout tunnel where the sounds of mining could be heard. As they ventured forward, they encountered specters of dwarves that died in these mines, forever stuck in the looping moments of their demise. They offered little help, unable to free themselves. Eventually, it was noticed that Master Mistafar was missing, no longer seen anywhere. But before they could begin looking, they came upon a room of a guardian, an angry, spectral dwarf with a large body of spectral iron, assaulted the party, screaming incoherent sentences they couldn't understand. Other dwarf ghosts crying out and panicking, saying it was here, it was coming, it was tiptoeing through the window. The spectral behemoth knocked down Amrut that sent him into an unconscious nightmare. Visions of a creature that stalked the edges of his consciousness, but more so a helpless child of Mistafar, asking if he was a monster. While in the waking world, the party managed to beat the enraged spirit, But when it fell, Mistafar lay there in the armor, unconscious. When Sora would go to pull him out, she too would fall into an endless nightmare. Nothing more than a child, the demon used this vulnerability and scratched her, where a visible wound and scar could now be seen on her body. Amrut, faced with both of these problems, would see a mother's face, twisted with a mouther's disdain. Come dance in the meadow, Amrut. Before he could get closer, the feeling of healing energy from Phoenix would pull him away, and a party would still to have a task to be done.
One D2 plus one. Good, you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
So as mentioned, Amrut walked off into the shadows. We believe to be his first contact with Theos. Tells him he's safe now and he's gonna be alright. You walk into the shadows. Just gonna hold off on you. Back to everybody else. You guys can feel an eerie presence. Look at the unconscious Amrut after having recovered most of your presence is powerful. But imagine someone will tend to his wounds. It seems like healing the others woke them. Maybe he'll do the same for him. What all of you doing is gather around your phone.
So Sora would be kneeling down, just placing her hands on any wounds and just looking up to Phoenix. Do you know where to go to stitch the things there? I'm never good at these things.
I don't know. She looks to Judith real quick. Does Judith look like she's got anything in her to give?
Judith has a lot of things to give to people. She's full of heart and full. Yeah, Judith is covered in mud, but she comes up and sees everyone crunched down around Amrut and says, "Oh no! It's no need to take a break, Amrut. We got a good ways left to go." And I'm gonna healing word him at first level.
The Phoenix is gonna run over to Jenkins. Takes a whole minute
Actually,
to cast Mending.
Sorry, I'm not gonna give him a spell because I need it. So I'm just gonna go and put the potion in his mouth instead. So 2d4. You get 6, 7, 8 healing, which is better than what a healing would put down.
All right.
Well, it's plus 4, right?
+4?
It's plus 2, isn't it?
Oh, it's plus 2. You brought it. Okay, I wasn't sure if you crafted this.
No.
Yeah, we ran out of the good stuff.
Yeah, this is not one of the
So-
Amrut's ones.
So it's just 8. Is it just 6 or is it 8?
8.
It's 8. 8.
Okay. All right, and I get up like new.
Fortunately,
Right.
it's not true.
Okay.
For the artificer, you can't do mending any faster, right? It's a minute each time for you.
Yeah, it's a minute. I hadn't mentioned it was a minute, but if something happens, then I'll take it away.
No. I'm just wondering how fast you can get him back to full hit points, but that would take you like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
While you guys are sitting around Amrut, his eyes catch on fire, and his pupils and his eyeball itself begins to melt, and they run down his face. What you guys doing as you watching his eyeballs melt?
Sora's looking very intently and just says, that's a new trick.
That's fucking freaky as shit. Like I'm back and I'm gonna stand up. Like whoa, what's happening?
Is this a new water move, Amrut? Kind of counterproductive, this fire.
Amrut gets to his feet.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you think I'm him?
Well, now we don't.
No, I'm not so sure.
At that, Phoenix says, "Oh crap," and looks that direction.
And Amrut draws his blade and begins swelling up one of his rhyme spears.
Back up!
And
Can we back up?
yeah, you guys can move like 5 feet. You know, like a natural instinct before we roll this too.
Okay.
So as you guys each
Whoa, whoa,
move
whoa.
5 feet, whichever place that is, Amrut begins his fight, and Mistafar looks to Phoenix and, I need your help. I think I can pull him out of the shadows, but I can't do it alone.
She will run up to him. Tell me what to do.
And he puts his finger onto Amrut's head really quick. As Amrut, give me a weapon attack against Mistafar as he attempts to put his finger onto your head.
Oh. Gotcha. Hold on.
Kill Mr. Far.
Whew.
So he moves. Mistafar moves exceedingly fast, putting both of his fingers right in between your eyes and just above your nose, and you see Amrut's body pause and freeze up. And he tells Phoenix, "I'm feeding him my shadow rune. Whatever darkness has him, the shadow runes can pull him out. But not alone. We need light as well." And with that says, Amrut, we go somewhere else. We go into where you are in your mind as this creature has you held hostage. Your body, arguably your soul, for the devil. In your mind, somewhere else, you're walking with Theos. He just brought you back to your room at the Night Chapter headquarters. A room you're very familiar with because you spent most of your youth, if not all, here. There are beds stacked on top of each other to the ceiling, which runs in this room about 40 feet high. Yet it is such a narrow, small space, but it's to accommodate bunk beds and the other people here that work for the Night Chapter, similar to you, recruited in their young age. You, while you look normal of age, you're in the mindset of you have a mindset of a 10-year-old right now. Let's go back to where it all began, the Night Chapter. Across from you are many kids, more than I cared to put onto the map itself. But of the notable people that you know is Nikita, Judith, and Lewis in your room. You guys have vision on this map, or?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
You were just dropped off by Theos. It's just another day here in your youth. You're walking through your life as though everything right now is as it should be and real. You don't have vision? Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind. Never mind. It's at the top of the page.
Yeah, I'll do a
Oh.
force drag real quick. You guys see her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, cool. So, Amrut, you guys are on these stacked beds, which if you move your tokens a little bit, you can vaguely see that the beds are like legit just stacked on top of each other, raising high to the ceiling. Anyone in the room can engage each other, but I want to point out for Phoenix, Sora, and Yasuke, while the demon is manipulating Amrut's mind, you guys are completely paused in a stasis. You don't exist until Amrut gets towards you guys. As if he's focusing only on what Amrut's experiencing directly at any given time. So, Amrut, or anyone in that room, take us away. Now it's day one.
He just looks around, just kind of gives everyone like a we kind of like wave.
Some of the kids wave back. Others look sick and dying. And Nikita says, I guess you're sleeping in my bunk. Every 2 people to a single bunk.
Who are you?
I'm Nikita. And you?
I don't know.
Well, when you remember, will you tell me?
Sure.
Don't worry. It's dark here, but it's not so bad once you get used to the spider bites.
He kind of like winces at the notion of spiders.
Here, just in case one of the other kids try to kill you in your sleep. Gives you a dagger.
Ooh. He takes into like just the weight of it for his little body.
It's rough,
He
by
kind
the
of like
way.
dramatically like drops it almost.
It doesn't have a hilt, by the way. You're managing. She has like the claw from the base of the blade, so she doesn't hurt herself. But you can tell she's cut her hand using it that way a few times. So it's just literally the blade, no hilt.
What do I do with this?
Well, sometimes the other kids want to get ahead, and if you do really good, well, they do bad things, and you don't wake up.
But I don't want to hurt anybody.
You have to. If you want to live, you have to hurt other people sometimes. Look at that guy over there. He's literally bleeding out. And you see this little kid version of Lewis, and he's like buried in blood.
Can I? What am I doing with this bloody Lewis? Can I help him or?
Absolutely. Maybe you're actively helping him, but yeah, you and Lewis are bunked together.
Yeah, little a child version of Judith, which is a scary thing, is like trying to bandage up Lewis. Said, I told you, you're gonna fuck up again.
Yeah. Just do whatever you need to.
God,
And he
take
just
care of
seems
yourself, Lewis.
a little bit hard to do around here.
What happened?
A couple kids decided to have a little bit of fun, let's say.
More like he stuck his nose where it didn't belong. You gotta keep your head down around here, Lewis. And
Kind of just lets out a groan and just like dismissively looks away.
I want to ask you a question. This young Lewis, is he like one of those kids that just looks really old?
Oh my god. Now he
Yeah,
looks like an
Benjamin
actual
Button.
kid.
Okay, just making sure. As you guys are engaging each other, you hear a buzzing sound. It might startle you, Amrut, but the rest of the kids, such as Judith or Lewis, would assure you that it's recess time and you get to play with the kids in the other room. These middle doors open up. And at that moment it opens up, Phoenix and Sawyer, you guys are like frozen in a frame, doing whatever, and then you immediately kind of resume like you were always active in this world, as everyone in the right room is now able to engage. And you guys are free to walk around during recess.
Phoenix was in the middle of the secret handshake with Sora.
Yes, like that. Down, left, right. Yes, we got it down.
We got it, finally. Cool.
All right. They'll never know what we're actually saying now.
She does like the two eyes from her to your two eyes back and forth and hops down.
Hi.
Hey, new guy?
Yeah.
Cool, easy pickings in.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hi, Judy.
It's Judith. Thank you very much, Judith Bloom. Yeah, he's a new guy, but I don't know how tough he is, and I kind of like give him like a little look up and down.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yasuke agrees. He jumps off the bed and he pulls out a short sword that he stole off one of the guards.
Hey, no, come on, start easy for the guy. You don't want to kill him right up front.
Oh, don't worry. This is for him. Tosses it to Amrut. And then he puts up his fist.
Oh. He like barely catches it. And then he can like almost, he can't even really lift it.
Once you catch it and you're like trying to process lifting it, you just feel a bunch of knuckles on your face as Yasuke decks you.
They fall for it every time.
Ow. I wonder how long is it going to take for his nose start bleeding? 1, 2.
It's already bleeding.
Judith tries to like stand a little bit in front of Lewis so Lewis doesn't catch any like stray blades or fists, since he's almost about to die.
Yeah. When you stand in front of him, you know that Yasuke is he's actually not one of the bullies here, but he understands that you gotta be tough to survive. So usually if he's beating on someone, he's trying to toughen them up, but he also will come to Amrut's aid. It's messed up. It's like, wow, you're not a bully, but you're beating someone up. Look at these. You got 80 people in these 2 small rooms. It's really tough here. So the way Yasuke sees it is Amrut will die if he doesn't get some backbone. But he doesn't go any further than that one punch.
Amrut will throw the blade to the ground and then charge Yasuke and try and punch him back.
Oh, this one's got spirit.
Yasuke,
What kind of
good.
well, what kind of lead up is that? Don't show him where you're punching.
You can give me just unarmed strikes. Just give me a D20 in chat if you hit him.
All right.
Add your strength to it.
+0.
He takes like a half step back, dodges the first one, dodges the second one, and then on the third one he brings his fist up to your chin but withdraws it. Doesn't hit you.
He gets even more mad and keeps trying to swing at him.
Give me another one. Just the same pattern. He keeps showing you that he can hit you, and he doesn't deliver the hit.
Fight back!
And then on that one, you see he's had enough. A dagger comes out of his wrist, and he just kind of puts a cut into your cheek for 1 damage.
It's alright. You're not going to rule the place in one day, Purple One. Calm down a little bit. You're alright.
He'll like hold his face with his hand. And with the fear and the anger, I think something would try like almost like attempt to like erupt from him, and he would try and like cast a spell for the first time.
Oh shit!
Let's see.
And he would do Toll the Dead on a little boy.
I mean, worse has happened here. Is getting stand up in his sleep. So let's see here. This goes. You see, he shakes it off, but he's really impressed as you pull like dark energy. How does your toll really look? Time cap.
I think it looks like it would still be the bells, I think, but they would almost like end up on your ear, like ear piercings or earrings, and they'll be like black, and they would just kind of like shake around for a moment and dissipate.
Yeah, he shakes his head and he goes, "What was that?"
It was the bell.
Is this unusual, like seeing someone do magic for us?
It's not unusual, but with it being Amrut's first day, he hasn't begun training here. Most of the kids brought in here weren't fighters or magic users initially. They were just orphans or something else. So to come in here day one with magic is unusual.
She just goes, "Wow," and pulls out a little scrap of parchment and writes something down.
I give you a 2 for skill, but a 10 for spirit. Don't worry, you'll go somewhere.
Who taught you how to punch? Seriously. I'll show you the right way.
Okay.
Not right now. You need to clean up your nose still.
Oh, yeah. And I'll like wipe his nose.
And she'll go to punch him in the face.
What?
As you guys are engaging each other, you can hear an alarm kind of go off, which is to kind of line up against the beds. One of the teachers are coming into the room.
You get off easy this time.
Yosuke agrees. You don't need to line up next to your bed. You just need to line up against any of the bed. So Varia walks in. This young lady looks around. She's got this cloak on, and she eyes Amrut. "You there? Come with me."
Why?
He looks at you and goes, "Ask less questions. Start walking."
Do we have any idea what she usually takes people for?
She's a tutor, but she's probably evaluating Amrut's his psychic.
Phoenix will do the thing with your hands. You like shoo somebody on from a distance.
Good luck.
Can I say, "You're gonna do great"? And can I inspire him by chance?
Yes.
Yeah. I will say you're gonna do great. Just make sure to keep moving. Don't get stabbed. And you are inspired.
You guys don't worry about burning your resources here. Just kind of consider what maybe a first level character would have, and you guys will be full on that first level understanding. So all your resources at that level. Amrut, as you walk into this room, Severia tells you to have a seat on the bunk next. You see that there's 40 beds in this room, but nobody in here. It looks like the beds are like a desk for her. So even the people working this place don't have it that good. But as you sit on the bed, she looks to you and she pulls out a clipboard and she goes, "Do you remember your name?"
No.
"Your name is Amrut. It's spelled Amrut. She writes it down and hands it to you. "Remember your name. It means something."
Okay.
And when she hands it to you, she goes, "Remember how old you are."
I think they said 10.
"You're 11. Today's your birthday."
Oh.
"I'm going to need that dagger in your pocket."
He like when a kid gets caught, he'll like scarcely like take it out and hand it to her immediately.
He puts it into a bin with a whole bunch of contraband weapons. She tells you, "Amrut, we're now in the night chapter. We are heroes in the world. Change the world. But we do so through force and through the night. You may be young now, but soon you'll grow. When you are older, you'll understand what we do. You must be prepared to do horrible things. Murder, theft, arson, among them. But you will change the world by eliminating the serpents that slip around the grass, all corners of the earth."
But that doesn't sound like a hero.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of us are in the shadow, making sure that the political leaders of this world are not drunken off of their power, not keeping the small man down, bolstering their pocket. They need to be reminded they will not survive merely from the coin in their pocket or the merit of their heart and mind. That is why you are here. You'll be trained to kill. Many of the students you engage with, you're taking their life. Now, you remember, mind, you're an 11-year-old kid, and she's telling you, like, hey, you're going to be killing your friends, probably. So what's running through Amrut's mind?
But I don't want to hurt anybody. It looks like he's about to cry.
When you start to cry or about to cry, she walks over and closes the door, which instantly kind of freeze frames everybody on the other side. So Varia turns to you and she goes, Amrut, you need to listen to me. Right now. I don't have much time now that I close that door. You are special. You are something beyond all the other students here. And you will be safe. As long as I'm here, you will be safe. I will look after you. You must understand that the people here are not what they say they are. You must always agree with them and obey their commands until I can set you free. She shows you cuts on her arms. She lifts up her cloak. Each one of these cuts represent a child I saved in this place. I'm sad to say that there are only 11, yet there are thousands that died. But I intend to make you the 12th. Now I'm going to open this door before the Warforged return. When we get back, you need to just agree with everything I'm saying. You understand?
And he'll just nod.
No, it's a lot to take in. She runs to open the door. And the security guards here, they don't actually look like Jenkins, but for the purpose of your memory, you just see like these Jenkins like soldiers walking by. She tells you, all right, Amrut, are you prepared to kill in the name of the Night Chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. You may return to your class.
Phoenix does that awkward, oh, I wasn't listening, stares at one of the security guards. They're really cool.
Hey there, Blue Boy. Are you hungry?
I'm not blue.
You look kind of down in the dumps.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Are you
Oh.
hungry or not?
Yeah.
And she opens her hand and there's a spider in it. Come on, these things are best had fresh.
It's actually better than you think.
It's still crawling around and she's like, well, you gotta kill it first if you don't want it to bite you back.
Although they feel funny going down when they're alive.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that, Sora. I just ate it full live.
Oops.
He'll take it from Sora's hand and bite into it.
Gross.
Hey, he actually did it!
You thought that was serious?
She comes up and playfully punches you.
You're hot coal, man.
Way to go.
He looks mad at first, but then he just kind of smiles and keeps eating it to look
Now,
cool.
now they're all afraid of you. You're welcome.
How'd your Amber? How'd your meeting go? That was pretty quick. I feel like some take a lot longer than that. You must be really good.
She said I'm a hero.
A what?
The hero.
I don't even see a cape.
Well, not all heroes wear capes. We're all heroes.
Ah, yeah. We're all here. I write that down. We're all heroes. I underline it. Sure.
I should decide some type of hero nickname. I think Sasquatch would be good.
I'm gonna be Ram Man.
Bit on the nose, don't you think?
So,
It's still pretty marketable, if anything.
What do I know? I don't have a nose.
I've been meaning to ask you about that for months now.
Listen, it's just very small. Sometimes you have to look really hard.
Nikita
she's
tells
fine.
Amrut, she goes, "Did she take the knife?"
Yeah.
He picked up the short sword that Yasuke threw. I know it's heavy, but you're gonna need this.
Okay. And he'll try and like hide it like in his put it like in his back, like in the shirt.
And for you, it looks like more like a long sword, huh?
Yeah, I'm looking like guts.
Yeah, you're so small. But and Nikita tells you, we're gonna be making the rounds today. They told us that we're going to be getting put into a bath. I'm not sure about the bath. I've only Yasuke's experienced it so far. You see, like all the other kids look at Yasuke. He just keeps quiet, trying to play cool.
They tried to drown you, didn't they?
He has like this awkward look on his face for half a second. His eyeballs go big. No,
That's what I'm expecting.
Well, you don't smell any better.
Oh, that's just rude.
you hear a loud, attention, and Thales claps his hands for and calls a few people on the list. Amrut, Lewis, Phoenix, Soda, Judith. Follow. The rest of the students turn in for the night. They all get onto their bed and they all go to sleep. But you know, they get on their bed initially. But once those doors close, they'll probably hop down and age. As you guys are called to the left side. With
There
that,
goes nothing.
I get top bunk, Lewis.
oh, he's calling you for a tour.
Oh shit! Sorry. Where am I going?
Good luck.
And people say I never know where I'm going.
Judith just plays it off like I just had to get another pen, another quill.
Oh, we all knew you were trying to nap again.
Phoenix will whisper to Sora, her tongue is the sharpest part of her.
Yeah.
This hallway, you see these statues are glowing with this purple hue. And he tells you, remember these hallways, Amrut, they'll protect you. Any enemy of the night chapter will be destroyed passing through these purple auras. This is a defense mechanism to keep you and us safe.
Okay.
You say
Are
we get,
they like magic or?
Absolutely. We've managed to trap the souls of rune warriors defeated into these statues. Each one of them a unique ability based upon the rune power that surrounded them.
Aren't rune warriors heroes too?
Some of them, others go bad. These were really bad.
Phoenix gets distracted by the bell forged.
One of them turns its head to you, kind of looks literally like just a burning forge inside its helmet.
She's taking mental notes, and then we'll run to catch back up.
Some of you guys get like Home Alone vibes. You know, he goes in like, is it the basement or the attic? What the thing is?
Basement.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry.
Oh, Judith just took a photo. Oh, sorry, it double hit.
Oh man, the chat's not scrolling again. Alright. Thales gets to his door and he knocks on it and he says, "You're going to see some scary things in here. Understand that it is in pursuit of science and knowledge. We advance closer to our goal. To the north of this room, creature we recovered from Metal Rain. With its psyche, we are able to explore things others could only imagine. into the room, you could see something to the north. It is called an elder brain, slain by the heroes of Metal Rain, but preserved just enough for use here. Sometimes it may speak to you. It may tell you to do awful things. That is okay. You are stronger than the brain. It is an instrument, tool. It will beg for you to release it. It will serve us till we need it not anymore.
Whoa.
Do you have any questions, Amrut? And the rest of you, I know you've been in this room once before. If you have questions, feel free. Speaking of people, Sora and Phoenix, your teeth are being removed. The loose ones, not the regular ones. Don't worry.
Oh. Will I get anything back for it?
Yes, you'll be awarded a gummy bear or a jelly
Oh.
bean.
Sweet.
Phoenix raises her hand. Can I poke it? She points to the elder brain.
No, you mustn't have contact with the other brain, or else it will jump into your mind and control you. You see, it begs for its freedom, but it is as horrible gets. It was the enemy of the world, and is now our tool. But he pulls out a little thing from his pocket. It's like a little tin can. He opens it. It's a piece of the other brain's, brain matter. And he goes, "You can touch this one."
Oh, cool. She gets really close. She's really interested. She will pull out a little pick from her belt and she will poke at it to see if it reacts to being touched.
And when you touch it, it does. You kind of feel like whispers in your mind, but Theo says, "Don't worry. It's too weak to affect you from this small portion."
Oh, I don't like the way it wiggles.
Where is it from?
They say it came from the stars. You look up at night and see the moon. Say it's from the moon. Others guess from beyond it. When we are
Like
done,
it
we will
fell
know
from-
everything about it. He looks to you, Judith.
It fell from the moon?
It came here on the back of flying machines, similar to the night machines you see in this room. They're called constructs.
Oh.
But the moon is so pretty, and that thing is not very pretty.
Of course, it's beautiful, and yet there are wolves.
Pine wolves are kind of cute.
And to their fangs of this, they try to
Hmm.
eat you. But
This is
yes,
true.
good point, sir. The thing is that beauty alone does not dictate someone's kindness. And the moon, in all its glory, still yield destruction. That is what happened to this world many years ago.
And would you say you're pretty, Theos?
Some have said such. I do not worry myself with my own appearance, only my motivations.
Oh,
Just a reminder, he does look like a badass, but we don't actually see his face. Also look pretty intimidating. Just ask the guy in the left picture. We'll move you all towards the pool of life in a moment, but for now, we need to get Phoenix and Sora's teeth removed. Amrut, do you have any loose teeth? It's imperative that if you do, they get removed or you may get infections. No good to us dead. Sure you wish to live.
He'll like run his tongue over his teeth, and he'll probably find one because like two people have punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, come with me. I'll have it removed. Lewis, are you all right? You see, Lewis is like a quiet kid, so he checks up. Theos seems, we know Theos in the future, he's a pretty bad person, but while he's like kind of nurturing these you guys as children to grow up and fight for his cause, he's treating you rather splendid. Though you have no doubt that if you were in his way or an enemy, even as a youth, he would probably have no qualms taking you out of the picture.
I'm fine. As he just like kind of runs his finger underneath his lip just to show.
Ah, Lewis, you're destined for great things. You'll be a dragon slayer one day, I'd imagine. Or more. Always the quiet one.
She
Yeah,
gives
right.
Judith a look when Theo says it's always the quiet ones.
I'm not quiet. I don't know what you're
Exactly.
When you walk into the room, he warned you. Amrut, listen. Our doctor is pretty intimidating, but I assure you, you are perfectly safe. And from the north of the room, you can hear him stumbling and groaning. A new one. Good. Don't worry. You're all right. I'm as horrible as I look. I mean, I'm nicer than I look. Sorry. Now I have some teeth to remove, and he pulls out a tooth puller. What is the name of a tooth puller? The little things they use.
Pliers?
Is it just simply pliers? Okay.
I don't know, but I imagine that's what this guy is using.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wouldn't be
He's got
surprised.
pliers. He's got pliers, and he tells you all to have a seat next to Duragor. Don't worry, Duragor is well restrained. My latest experiment 1070604. Duragor looks at you kids and he says, "Help me. Please. Help me."
Oh, suck it up. We're about to get our teeth pulled.
And Gearjaw laughs. Oh, that's a kid I like. And Gearjaw walks up to you and he pulls the pliers out and he puts it in your mouth sore and he goes, "Open up."
Ah!
And he yanks the wrong one out, a tooth that wasn't
Ah! Ow. Oh. That was the wrong one.
Oh, sorry. You see, he just starts munching on it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ow. Can I go now?
Oh, I gotta get the right one. And he yanks it mid-sentence.
Ow.
Good. You're up next, Phoenix.
She takes her finger and wiggles the one that's loosened. It's not that loose, but she makes it looser just to show him which one it is.
Good, I thought it was your top tooth, but now I know it's your bottom. And Duragor is looking at you, Phoenix and Amber. Yes. Please. Pull up the bind and get us all out of here. Yank. Pulls it up in your face.
Ah, fudge!
And now you.
What did he do wrong?
Duragor did nothing wrong.
Then why is he here?
Because it is unnecessary. That is enough, Idril. Yes. I apologize, Master. He tells you, Amrut. Duragor is a combination of students that have failed. There's not one being who has failed us. Now he is patchwork of all that was disposed into the body of a dead dragon. Perhaps you will join his flesh one day. Perhaps
No,
you will
thanks.
fail. He looks back to Judith. Oh, Judith, not you, of course. You're gonna be the world's greatest assassin.
Thank you. And I hold up my little quill dagger shiv thing.
Sora nudges Lewis, but Lewis here's gonna be Dorgor's butt someday.
Your jaw laughs. But there's even a patch missing on his ass.
Amrut will open his mouth.
He goes in and he pulls out.
He'll bite his hand.
He just smiles at you. That felt good. And he just forcefully with his freaking massive thumb and yanks the tooth out. Tell me, why did you bite me?
Because you're not a hero.
Everyone's the hero of their own story. And he eats your tooth. Vicious. Fails goes. We all come with me. Time for pool. And Gearjaw just kind of looks back at Amrut and he just kind of sucks on his finger. But Sora, with your passive perception, you've seen that glare in his eye, particularly the one that glows. I mean, you would be certain that Amrut needs a partner if he ever comes here, or Gearjaw may accidentally kill him. There are medical mishaps all the time.
Sora would walk up next to Amrut and shoulder him. You're very brave, friend. But next time you're in this area, be sure to bring one of us, okay?
Sure.
Wow, I'm gonna really miss that tooth. It's gonna be a long time before I get the big boy one.
Was it the full one or just a baby that wasn't loose yet?
Not sure. And she sticks her tongue out of the gap in her mouth.
You might have that gap for a while. It's charming.
All right, as Theos goes to talk to the cadaver.
Whoa.
Pulled back to real Phoenix now.
Oh yeah.
That was so much fun.
Yeah,
We can't stay playing Rugrats. We gotta do this.
Oh, we'll be back. How much we'll be back is up to Mr. Far and Phoenix. And Sora's has a light rune potential, and Judith has light rune potential. There's shadow and light is required to pull you from this darkness. So the rest of you can do your best to survive. Amrut, take your turn with lethal intent.
Oh, it's actually me. Okay.
Don't hold back.
I'll attack Mistafar. Okay. I guess I had what I had before. Or...
While he's possessing your body, all your resources are replenished.
Okay.
He doesn't. You don't think he loses people after he takes on personal possession. So you are permanently his in his mind.
Ooh. I'll cast Hex on Mistafar then.
Heard.
And use my scimitar.
It hits him. Let's see if he can parry that. Check his skills.
Who celebrated just then?
It was me. I'm just used. I'm used to it. But then I said, no, bad.
Wait, hold on. No, don't hit. Yeah, you stab him for 10 damage. Spoiler alert, he has 24 hit points, so it does really hurt him. Amrut, come back to us. Lewis, what are you doing? You're watching Amrut's melted eyes as he stabs up Mistafar, who's doing his best to keep him frozen, but he's still active.
Damn it, snap out of it! As he just tries to wrap the arm with his shield on it into sword just around Amrut to try to hold him down the best he can.
Yeah, you want to shove him prone first, or do you want to grapple him first?
Yeah, probably throw prone first.
Okay, so give me athletics, and Amrut, you have the choice of athletics or acrobatics, whichever you're better at.
Athletics it is.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I don't think he has advantage, right? Or
I don't think so, but still horrifying.
Thank God.
so you knock him over. This.
Okay. Just taking a step forward, pulling the leg back, and just knocking him down by forcing his knee forward, effectively.
As Amrut hits the ground, you can hear the screams of souls just reap the rooms as darkness spits around, and Mistafar just goes, "It's beginning to breach. The darkness is here. We can control it. Light and shadow. We must do this."
I need you guys to focus down real hard. Doing the shove, did that require my entire action, or was that one of my attacks?
One of your
wait,
attacks.
I forgot we're level 4. Never mind.
Well, Judith Bloom.
Judith is concerned for her friend. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm gonna have her make a roll. She comes up to Amrut and she's like puts her like hands around, like doesn't know what she's doing, and says, I don't know, like this is not my thing, and should I just put him to sleep? And she's gonna, and as she asks that to Mistafar.
Mistafar goes, you can try to put him to sleep, but right now the creature's controlling him, not the body. You put the body to sleep, the creature will still be able to fight.
Why don't you just take a picture? It's all you're good for.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Average.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Amrut. Here.
I love that Judith is gonna run with it.
We'll laugh at this later.
When you do the flash, we're talking Get Out series here. Amber, give me a wisdom saving throw, and the flash kind of pops your eye.
Ooh.
It's not enough, but it breached a little bit that flash from photography.
It's my actions to do that, and so I will. That is it. EOT.
He charges his rune powers into you. First, the darkness. And he spits shadows into you, and he says to everyone, I'm going to pour as much shadows into Amrut. If we can put our shadow and light into his body, it will force his shadow out. It may seem counterproductive, but his body can only hold so much darkness. We must put ours into him, because we are
The
different.
overflowing cup.
He looks at Phoenix. Exactly. And it is his action to fuse the shadows into. So,
All right. Sora, looking down her friend and seeing what has to be done, her mind goes back to when they fought the river spirit and how it was corrupted and how its well was corrupted. And the words of her master telling her of the same fate of Hyperion, and she just looks to Amrut and centers her vision on his chest, envisioning the sound of his heart. Fill your well with light, my friend. Bonus action, she's going to use the light rune. Passive, her hair begins to glow from the light rune as golden light wreaths from her. And she steps forward and places a hand on him and uses her action to dodge for now as she surges forward, trying to find the light inside of him. Or push her light inside with Mistafar's darkness.
all right, and it begins to fill the cup, per se, but it's not enough just yet.
Okay.
Phoenix will yell to Jenkins, he hates you, get in here! And she will move in towards Amrut. I don't know exactly mechanically what we're doing, but she is following Mistafar's lead, trying to fill Amrut up with good shadow instead of bad shadow.
All right, you pour your shadows into his body. So you have an option here. You can expend one of your features if you have it, one of your shadowing features. If you don't have it, you can do what Sora's doing and just pour your energy into his body.
It will have to be de-energy because I used my sign earlier.
You pour your energy into his body as your action, and what it's doing when you guys commit to these actions is it's doing two things. It's lowering the DC occasionally, and it's giving him a saving throw, which Amrut, you can now make a wisdom saving throw. Not enough, Phoenix, but you want to just describe how that you're literally siphoning your powers into it?
If it's all right, since she got the new one, she lights up with tattoos. Not lights up, darkens up with tattoos, and so her arms become covered with various tattoos, and then they slowly creep off of her body into Amrut. And then Jenkins is going to be there to try to distract his next swing he takes.
All right. The light and the shadow like reach into Amrit, and he'll stop for a moment, and then he'll turn to look to Sora. Sora.
Hi, friend.
And then a smile will go across his face. Just Sora.
Eh.
And then he'll swing towards her.
Jenkins gives disadvantage.
Yes. I mean, no. Please do.
And I'm assuming he gets off of prone, so.
Yeah.
It misses.
Okay.
Sora. Oh, that's the next attack, right?
Yeah, so it'll be disadvantage on this one too, right?
No, that hits.
Well, he gives disadvantage one time, so.
I got you.
So that does hit. You sink the dagger into her, and she flinches. Ah. Let's not repeat things again, Amrut.
Okay. Lewis kind of seeing everyone try to pour light and shadow energy into him. For like a brief moment looks to his shoulder where his rune is, then quickly just shakes it off and tries to shove Amrut down again, just trying to slow him down the best he can. And in the back of his head, he just hears, "Come on, you don't need me." Trying to shove, oh god.
I'm ready to get athletics or acrobatics.
All right.
When you get shot.
Hey.
Holy shit.
7.
Alright, knocked prone. As he tries, he just sees like Amrut like getting backed up by one knee, and just like quickly sweeps his foot under it, and then takes his shield and just pushes him down into the ground again.
Nice, and he falls down. Issafar yells, "If anyone can grapple him, do so now." Doesn't have to be Judah. Anyone, or if Amrut goes.
Grapple him? Okay. She sees like, Sora doing her pouring her light in, and everyone doing their fancy shit rune stuff, and Judith just like looks like she's like stunned in a way, and like heartbroken at the same time. Like she wants to be able to help her friend, but she doesn't know how. And so she's like, okay, I'll just help hold him down, and I will just go and grab Amrut and keep him onto the ground.
Do I contest this too?
Yep, that's with athletics or acrobatics.
I just want to do one thing.
Yo,
Roll high.
Oh, no, it's saving throw. Fuck. Okay. Sure. Athletics.
oof.
Oh.
So Amrut, are you like breakdancing on the floor, or are you just their fighting style so well?
A bit of both. I think his body's also like just kind of twisting around her too.
Ugh.
Absolutely, yeah. You can hear bones scraping as he abnormally avoids stuff.
Okay. That is it.
Safar just goes, "Phoenix, Sora, do you think you can grab him? Not, I will try, but I will have to release him from my hold." He pretty much that thing he's doing to Amrut's forehead is not is making so you guys are only fighting Amrut's skill set and not the Mouther skill set.
I'm
God.
3 feet tall.
I will bite him if I have to.
Maybe one of you can help the other. Yeah, one of you take the help action potentially.
Another faulty lesson.
He bites his lip. No. And he's going to attempt to pour another one of his rune features into you. Active check. 17, not bad. Amber, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'll give him
All
a
right.
point of inspiration.
Okay.
To me?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll roll one more, and that 20 is an instant break free. Right now, you just kind of
gotcha.
treat it like death saves. Right now, you got one success.
Oh,
Okay. It's okay. It's the better one. So right now, you've got one success, but you think you need 2 more to break free. Mr. Farr looks at his students and just goes, and you could tell Phoenix, he's thinking that he shouldn't have bring you guys on this mission. And it's not so much that he doesn't believe in you guys, but he just, the weight of any of your deaths is, he feels his failure. So he's worried because the members at the table asking you all, he's thinking back to that. First he goes to Phoenix. Think you can truly think that you're ready for this mission? Kind of in that moment, Phoenix, and how did you respond to him? And if you can't remember, it doesn't need to be perfect, because you can just continue as you would now.
Destiny is something we make, so let's make a good one.
Miles, and he looks down at the table and the rest of you are normal in this flashback, and he goes, how about you, old man? You think you could trek through the primordial plains? Lewis.
I did it once. Wouldn't be surprised if I could do it now.
I don't know what Palm has for us in the mountain where she hides. They're not ready for us. Wouldn't you agree, Amrut? This is a flashback of like you guys pre-leaving out to the primordial plane.
He kind of like shakes his head.
Always the optimist. Well, if there's any trouble, I'm sure Shore will get us out of it. How's about a group photo? He looks at Judith. Before we head out into the plains.
You look, and Judith is like already over to the side, and she's like, "All right, I got some nice little foreground here. Come on, scooch in, scooch in, scooch in.
John, my
3, 3, 2, 1."
Jenkins. And Miss Safar gets brought back to this moment as he looks at Amrut. You can kind of see like it, you guys. It's not really hot down here, but some of you guys are sweating, so you might not notice. But mixing into his sweat, a tear runs down his face, and he thinks to himself, "I have failed you." Sorry, bro.
All right. Sora seeing evil Amrut on the floor. I'm gonna burn one more point of inspiration to roll with advantage on pinning him down with a grapple.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's not celebrate just yet. All right.
Oh, thank God.
There we go.
I got
So-
really worried.
As Amrut lands on the ground or is trying to get up, Sora just jumps and almost like a little roughly just slams down kind of like from the top rope on top of him, just like elbow edge against his chin, pinning him to the ground. Amrut, you need to stop this now. You promised to stop stabbing me all the time.
Phoenix is going to start uttering stuff in Gnomish and continue trying to pour the shadows into Amrut.
All right. Amrut, so Phoenix, you have a choice now. You can play the long game. I'll give you guys a choice to make it a little bit more active. You can lower the DC by 1 right now, or you can entitle him to his next wisdom saving throw.
You know what? His turn is right around the corner. Let's lower the DC.
All right, permanently lowers the DC, which I've hidden from you guys up to now. But if you're realizing how difficult it's going to be when you do this, mechanically it brings it down from a 17 to a 16.
Oh.
And that's a permanent reduction, so you guys can try to stack that onto by committing your actions.
And then just in case he manages to break grapple or whatever, Jenkins is there to get in his way.
Excellent. Amrut, you are grappled, pushed to the floor, have light spilling out of out of Sora, shadows out of Phoenix and Mistafar.
Alrighty. Do I make a wisdom save first, or?
Well, no, because Phoenix was giving you the wisdom or the thing. So now you are going to just fight. And it's time to bring out the spear.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I'm gonna cast Rhyme Spear then.
At who?
I'll make it Phoenix.
Go for it, buddy.
Oh, well, disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage for
Okay.
5 feet.
Yes,
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Good.
Oh my
Oh, God.
My shield wouldn't be enough.
Jesus.
So I take it.
He's unstoppable.
Oh my god.
I am at least resistant to necrotic. Not that that
No,
helps
you
a
don't
lot.
get the.
But
You don't get. That's only Mistafar.
I'm really sitting here like, I'm not gonna roll good
I
tonight
have
of all
resistance
nights, am I?
to necrotic.
No, he's saying
No.
the 4 is for Hex. That's only on Mistafar the Hex.
That's only on Mistafar, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
You're taking the code.
Even less damage.
And you can take the 19, by the way, because whenever we roll, you're supposed to take the first damage that shows up.
Yep. She just lets out a guttural scream.
The spear just kind of ruptures your belly, and Jenkins is... Jenkins!
Bucket of bolts.
Lewis, seeing how grave the situation is now with Phoenix taking that sphere to her body and Mistafar just kind of muttering to himself that he failed us, just grits his teeth. We're still here. You haven't failed us yet. As the voice in the back of his head just echoes once more. You'll be nothing more than useless for the rest of your time. Not while I still have a chance. And just shoves his mechanical arm forward as he tries to channel the Shadow Rune to the best he can. Falcon, considering the situation with the Shadow Rune, is he able to?
I would say, yeah, you could start feeding him the shadows, but I wonder if you'd be worried feeding the dragon shadow may help him.
Oh yeah, he's concerned about it for sure, but considering the situation.
Do you have a can you can expend the ability?
Yes, I still have a use of Shadow Friend.
Okay, so you wouldn't gain Shadow Friend, but if you expend the ability, he's entitled to another check immediately.
Okay,
And since you're expending the resource, you also lower the DC by 1.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
All right. So everybody get another Wisdom save immediately, and the DC for this one is brought down 1 more.
Oh.
Still a permanent
I
reduction.
would roll like that.
Jesus.
As Lewis just pours the shadow energy off of his arm, it appearing almost like the tissue-y effect that's been showing, but Lewis seems to be like taking the flames from his shadow rune and like almost burning the tissue that tries to climb on to Amrut to try to control it the best he can to give him as much as he can. And seeing that Amrut is still under its control, just screams out as the flames intensify. As I'm going to tell you to make that save again.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Let's see. Hey.
Nice.
2 successes.
There we go.
One more, and you'll be freed, Amrut. Judith,
Ugh.
I would love to tell you it's your turn.
Okay.
We do know that bad guys have a thing called legendary action.
Oh.
But luckily, Amrut does not have that. You guys are just going back to being
Oh my
kids for a little while.
Okay. We'll say, hey, yo.
Hold up. All right, so you guys are back in his dream prison where Amrut is experiencing actual memories, though you are all being substituted into it so that Amrut doesn't realize something is wrong. So his memories are being rewritten for you all to be present. You guys are back in this dome. Each of you, how old would you guys want to be in this case? Of course, you are kids, but whether you're 8 or 12, I'll leave up to you. Going down the line, Phoenix, how old is your character?
8.
Excellent. Amrut, we already know you're 11. Lewis?
Yep.
Lois would probably like edging on 12.
12, okay. Judith?
I'm a kid, so 25.
No,
I'm just kidding. No, she'll be 8.
L's, man. All right.
She'll be an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, I thought I was like, she's an elf. Sure.
So, Laura would probably be the youngest. That's 7.
Something cute about that. Theos looks to each of you and Amber, you pulls up from the battle outside and he tells you, pull yourself together. You're about to be graced with something very few have. And he snaps his finger and the cadaver moves out of the way slowly. Follow me, children. He walks to this back room. And the room is pretty long. As you guys are walking through the room, and it's dark too, he assures each of you that you'll feel much better after you take a dip into the pool. He calls official the Lazarus Pit. Almost biblical in title, comical in you guys get to the Lazarus Pit. He tells each of you to dip into. He gives you guys appropriate clothes like you would be going to the beach or a pool. And he tells you that you guys can change behind these pillars. Go behind the pillars and put these on. Suit you better for the pool. And they're really generic. I would say that they're probably just all white. Extremely simple.
Is that water?
Oh, I'm afraid it isn't.
As Lewis starts like catching up with everybody, he kind of just like trips against one of the rocks and just falls like face first, puts out an arm to try to catch himself. Then just pushes himself back up.
And even chilling behind you is Judith. As you guys get into your appropriate attire, he tells each of you, when you get into the pool, it is going to hurt a little. Don't worry. As soon as the pain is gone, you'll feel stronger than ever. Faster, smarter, sharper. Maybe even develop innate powers that you have in your body, such as your rune potential. Magic. What he doesn't tell you, Amrut, as you would come to learn later, is that the death rate of going into this pool is 95%, which is why those rooms are so heavily stacked, because most of those kids will die after experiencing them.
Oh.
Powers.
When you get into the water, immediately, Theos just is watching you intently. And the pool, it almost feels like, I would say like a gel in its texture. Not so much like Jell-O, but like kind of like just a thick gel. It's still enough that you can kind of move through it like a dirty swamp. But you do sink, and it does hurt immediately. The pain is unbearable. So to your youth, how do you immediately react? For the rest to see, which won't inspire confidence for them.
He will you'll like essentially like I guess like bubbles essentially at first, and then he will appear because this was like his ability before he changed it. He'll appear back in the out of the water, like with like steam, like acid on him,
Oh.
and he's like shivering.
That was fancy.
Who's next?
Well, best to get this out of the way. I really hate baths anyway.
I'm with ya. Phoenix is gonna go in right on Sora's heels.
Alright, let's go in. Get this over with.
Those two get into the bath, and I'm sorry to tell you this, Amrut, but they never leave. At 95% kicking it.
What? Why aren't they coming back up?
It's okay. They're probably just relaxing. Sometimes the pool brings you to a better place, different part of the institution. You must not have seen the hole in the floor level below. Those two are taken care of well enough.
He just goes real quiet.
All right. It's two different Lewis.
Judith will kind of step up and she took a photo of it, and then
Wait,
what? What is it?
she doesn't have to go in there, right?
I'm afraid so.
It's okay. I'll be all right. I don't really want to do this other like gaining all these powers and stuff like that. I'd rather, maybe we can just skirt ahead and I can just be an assassin. Can I do that instead?
Once you get into the pool, you can be whatever you wish.
She like puts her head down and like there's a bit of a little child elf tear. Oh, okay. And jumps in.
And when you jump in, Judith doesn't immediately resurface. And by the time you turn around, see Thales gave Lewis a helping hand, kind of like nudges him into the water.
Kind of like still feeling the pain from his wounds. He just like does everything he can to put on a very forced, strong face as he just like being nudged forward, just slowly steps into the water, winces, and just continues going down. Before Theo's just getting impatient, just like fully pushes him in.
And as you fall, rest, you can give me a D100 roll. Maybe one of you will surf it. Oh my god, Phoenix fucking surfaces.
Holy shit.
It's either 95 or higher. Yeah, baby.
Amazing.
Only so after a while, only
Love it.
Phoenix surfaces really late, and she went in with black hair but came out with colorful hair.
I'll immediately reach in to like grab her.
She will take your hand with like the arm grabbing up on the bicep type thing, even though she has short little arms, and she will let you pull her out because I don't think she has much strength in her.
The two,
And she is cussing and gnomish, even though an 8-year-old shouldn't.
the two of you feel strange, but immediately, Phoenix, you could feel shadows spit out of your body and try to restrain Amrut. Theos looks excited, though he regains his composure fast.
Wait, I didn't. No, I'm not trying to hurt him. I swear.
How do you react, Amrut?
You're hurting me.
Stop! Stop!
The hands release him when you shout stop. And Amrut, to Theo's disappointment, you don't seem to have any powers, but you survive, which means you'll at least be faster and more durable. this point in time, you hear a single sentence from each of your allies, if they so please, from the real world, as a veil kind of briefly pierces the ceiling of this room and pulls you back. And each of you can feed him one sentence. And if your lines are really good, we will circumvent the final check. If not, then we will have to contend with Amrut with full force of the Malder. I'm going to give you all 10 minutes, to which I will see you all soon. Take a break.
Hey, no pressure.
Well, there we go. We're good.
Get to writing.
I'm
We're still
working on
alive.
it.
I will be back.
I feel like you're on a test. Pencils down.
Shit, let me do that. We'll be right back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
My sentence is going to be, it was nice knowing you.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
am back.
I am eating popcorn.
I made this mac and cheese with jalapeno spam and beans. It's really good.
Mmm.
Making me hungry.
Salted pork is always really nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Filming in 60 seconds, folks, but I'm here for any questions or comments.
How are you doing today, Fal?
Doing pretty good. This morning we went to a Mexican spot to get some fresh bread, and they were out of our favorite bread. So they gave me a bunch of random stuff for free, and I'm experimenting right now. It's pretty good. Like the stuff we don't usually get. It's shaped like an S, and it's filled with like some type of pineapple stuff. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't usually get this from there.
Whoa. Papaya bread. No, I don't know.
But pretty good. They're usually busy on a Sunday. Experimenting. Oh. But I just love the local bakery because they were out of what we ordered, and what we ordered was only like $2. So they give us like $10 worth of bread for free, and we're like, you don't gotta do this. So we just took like 2 of the things they offered us. I'm like, man, I freaking love these guys. Like, you take this and this and this. I'm like, nah, dude, it's okay.
Wouldn't have been my shop.
Nope.
I would have been like, all right, sorry, see you next week.
Damn, Amrut, where's the whole customer first mentality?
You'll be first next week.
Well, it literally sounds like everybody's here. Just double checking Sakura.
Here.
All right, cool. Let's get back. Oh, yes. Phoenix.
Yeah, so in this dark place where Amrut is, Little Phoenix is yelling, "Stop, stop," but the shadows are still coming to attack Amrut. And what it is it's the present reality is slipping through whatever spell he's under, haze he's in. Her shadow is trying to push the other stuff out, and she's yelling, "Stop it, Amrut! Stop the monster within! You've got to do this!" That is all.
Sorry.
Amrut, you hear the struggling grunts from Sora as she's trying to keep the evil version of you down on the ground. You can almost hear your own guttural, dark voice as her voice finally gets to you, flashes of light momentarily coming to your vision as her hair glows. Amrut, Wanda was not my first brother. You were. You always have pushed me forward. Now let me pull you back. Please, Reman. And that's it.
Lewis pouring in all the energy that he can from the vision of Amrut for a brief moment. It seems like almost like echoes within a cave for a brief moment before it clarifies into his voice. It's not the one in control. All you need to do is take it back. Before it fades.
Before Judith goes, Mistafar will go since Judith was left. I didn't miss all those breakfasts for you to kill us here. Wake up. Take my breakfast from me again.
Judith's voice will come through, and you'll hear, "Get up, Amrut. This isn't a good ending for you." I'm sorry, Amrut. I don't think I can actually help.
Amrut, a chance to engage the voices before you either lose control or regain it.
A good ending. Wait. They were never here. I remember. I'm Amrut. Then he'll look up to Theos. And it'll be like adult Amrut for a moment. I remember. It can't end here. Not until I end you first.
And pulling on all your memories, this devil's still playing its part, Theo says to you. And you will fail like you failed before. This time, there will not be a body on the other side to revive.
No. This time, I'm not alone.
Splashing out of the water, Lewis, Sora, Judith rise up from the pool. Mistafar even. Holy shit. Jenkins. Theos fully fades. But he didn't have that usual look of confidence. A little bit of concern. Because he trained you to be the best. Now you're the best and you've got friends. You can feel the devil looking on you. Speechless. Looking at you. Do you have any words for this creature?
It might not be my first, But it's my body, mine, and mine alone.
Fear, cry. After the agony fades, joy follows. As the rest of you see his eyeballs reform, Amrut lays before you himself.
Phoenix kind of falls to her butt.
Sora just collapses on top of Amrut because she was keeping him down.
Judith, like, shudders a little bit. Oh, oh, good, oh, good, oh, good, oh, good, and go and like grab you and try to like give you a hug. You're back, you're back, you're back.
Okay. Wait, I feel fine. Did none of you hit me? The whole time?
Even though I was really tempted to, because you said really mean things.
Like what? No, it's probably best I don't need to know.
I'll
I'm
pop you
sorry.
upside the head. Shut up.
I mean, honestly, you reminded me to take a good photo. Here, I got a great one of you, and it's like I showed the photo of like everyone trying to hold Amrut down, and like Amrut's face looks all crazy.
You're stabbing Sora again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's quite a good photo.
That's a bad look.
I'm just glad you're okay and back. What
Yeah.
happened to you on your side?
I had a nightmare. And like I say, sometimes the worst nightmares are just memories. But the past is the past. We can change the future together.
Ah, very optimistic for once. Almost off-putting.
Maybe we should slap him, make sure he's really himself. I think he might still be out of it.
Sora slaps the top of his head lightly.
I think it's more like the true hero of Ram Man is coming forth.
Sure.
Jot something down.
The hero, yeah. And then he'll pat Sora on the shoulder and he'll heal her for a little bit.
You do that, but you also realize that your arm is really weighted, and you see that in your coat, overcoming the devil's game, you're in possession of 2 of the 4 broken tablets.
Oh.
They materialize on your person. You succeed in puzzling those 2 away from you. Would you like the bottom right, or top left? You get to choose 2 for the puzzle. I'll remind you that we have the bottom left so far.
I'll take the bottom right and the top left.
I'll now share all 3 of these with you. You guys will see what you've got so far. Anyone like to, as he's getting healed and one of you curiously pick up the tablets that fall to his feet, anyone like to read what we have so far?
Yeah, I'm trying to line it all up. Let's see.
Becoming a mini archaeologist.
So, the dwarves forged a weapon, maybe, himself, the Berserker's axe. Of any who dared to use it, must give it a drop of your, maybe, blood. Sigil upon the hilt. When all this is done, speak the following. By the great dwarven king, Orin Ironbeard, I command your strength. So I think we have to find an axe. Give it a drop of your blood. Maybe on the sigil of the hilt.
This is the ghost dwarf. Wasn't he talking about the axe?
Has one in his hands. He's gone, the dwarf, but the armor and the axe is. I don't think the armor is usable. It's too large and clunky, and not to mention cursed. Weapon next to him.
That may be it.
Well, only one way to find out.
Well, I am proficient in great axes, so I'm just kidding. Kidding.
That would
You've
be
been
a
holding out
horrifying
on
thought.
us.
Well, who wants to give their blood? That sounds fun.
Sora slowly looks to Amrut.
Yep, only fair. I'm used to it anyway.
You kind of took some of mine anyway. Points to her healed stab wound.
No, it's fine. It'll take his knife. He'll cut his palm open. Then he'll bleed some of that on top of it.
On the sigil pod. Sora, it bleed on sigil on the hill.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe, if there is one.
You know, there's an empty socket where a sigil could probably be slotted. But
We gotta find the sigil?
it appears to be that way. But do you still want to try it without the sigil spilling the blood into it or no?
That might not be a good idea. What shape is that? Is that kind of hole in?
Like an oval.
An oval. Now, if we come across such a shape,
R6 said. Well, there was a dwarf to the north. Spoke of burying a treasure. He kept pulling up the ground and putting something in it. Of course, it didn't affect the world as we know it. Perhaps that's somewhere we can trace.
dang,
A good enough lead as any.
that's why he's a teacher.
Great job, Mr. Farr.
Miles and goes, yep. He does not feel like he's doing a good job, though.
What's up with him?
Maybe we should take your spell off of him. Probably doesn't feel too
What?
good.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Hacks on him still.
Yeah, he'll take it off.
He feels relieved. Oh, but like, curse was lifted.
Yeah, funny that.
See, the first dwarf is over here and he smiles at you, Judith. Oh, they're serving the big meat for lunch today. And he starts going faster on his job to get it done.
You dig well then, good luck.
Now, I'm afraid this is the part where I was possessed. There's either the dwarf to that corner or the dwarf around the corner. But I am not overly social, so I'll let you guys handle this. He sits by the pots.
Go to the one on the left.
Or I'll pick the one on the right.
See the one on the left. He's looking around real suspicious over his shoulders. And when you approach him, he gets against the wall and he goes, I've got nothing to hide. Why are you looking at me like that? I ain't hid nothing.
No, I'm not here for looking for anything. Wink, wink. I'm here to help hide things.
I thought you were going to spot that I kept second breakfast in my back pocket.
No, I have a third breakfast right here in my pocket, and I'll pull out some food.
Be quick. Asha Kali catches us eating again. She's going to make an example out of us. Can only
Here,
eat
here,
what
you-
she says.
Here, you can have mine. And I'll try to pass the ghost the food.
He eats it. It's just like Casper. You see him literally like rumbling into the floor beneath his body.
Hey, we're looking for something that has like a bit of an oval shape to it. Something Like a sigil?
Sigil. Old Billy Boss knows about that. He's a dwarf that was raised by humans, could you believe it? They still got him working the mines.
Oh, wild. Where is he at?
Oh, well, let me tell you, and as she does tell you, at the same time Sora would have engaged the dwarf in question, he'd arrive probably about after their first 1 or 2 engagements.
As they come close, Sora looks to Lewis and gives him a wink. I got an idea. This is gonna be fun. And you see her turn that bandana goggle to cover one of her eyes, and then she looks to the ghost dwarf and says, "Ahoy! I'm here for your booty."
Yeah, the name's Billy Boss. I know. I am a dwarf. I'm not a short human. Don't ask about the name, okay? It's annoying to start every conversation about the name, even just talking about not starting a conversation about the name, talking about the name.
So what's up with the name?
God! Damn it. I was raised by humans. Is it that hard to comprehend that they gave me a human name?
Not at all. Do you like it?
I used to like it until I met my own people because they cannot stop tagging me about my name. Apparently it is dishonorable, it is weak, foolish. I'm not a real dwarf, but I am a real dwarf. So fuck them.
Yes. Great sir, I am looking for an oval-shaped treasure. Do your dwarf friends perhaps
What
see
you
it?
got for the treasure? I've been collecting ovals. Jude, if you would walk in here now. I've been collecting ovals. You can continue, sir.
Yes, I'm looking for one that fits into this weapon I found recently.
Oh, put that weapon away. If you're talking about the weapon I think you're talking about, that's the king's axe.
Why is it his axe?
Because he made it. Actually, he didn't make it. I think someone forged it for him. But it's said to hold the power of all fallen dwells within it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, spooky indeed. That's why they called it the Berserker's axe.
Yes, Well, the only problem is that the oval for it has been misplaced. Would you know where it is?
I ain't seen nothing around here.
Judith walks in and says, "Oh, hi. Your dwarf friend next door says that you actually do have something important, like an oval thing that goes in a sigil."
I'll tell you what. If you deal with Asha Kali, I'll give you the sigils.
Done that.
What do you mean? What do you mean deal?
Well, she's at the southern part of the network. See, hanging out. You deal with her, I'll get you the treasure. It's got to be a trade. Sigils worth something to you. Certainly worth something to the dwarves.
I just want to make sure, like, when you say deal with, what do you mean?
Extinguish life, have a retreat. He's got the dwarves working like slaves down here, and the dwarven kings approved of it.
You seem to have a bit more of your mind with you than the others.
Well, of course
What do you
I've
think
got a
that is?
mind with me. I've got heavy shoulders and good parents.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, so that's easy. Just gotta deal with this Asha Kali, right? Then we're good to go.
If she's not there, you can deal with one of her disciples. As long as you do something for us, we'll do something for you. I know what you're talking about, but it's hidden and you'll never find it without me telling you.
If Judith comes over and just kind of like looks around, like in this area, like say I come up and like try to do a ghost handshake. Could I like see if there's like a place where it looks like it's been dug and like kind of around him? Like
Invest or perception? You're going for the handshake.
Motherfucker.
He looks at you and he smiles. Oh, I see you looking around. I'm not going to keep it right where I'm standing, you fool.
Well, of course not. It's a good move. It's a good move.
Oh, you said if we took care of one of her disciples. Do you mean one of those ladies with like 100 arms?
Alright, worse. Yeah, she's beautiful. I'll tell you that. She's beautiful, but she's a baddie. And I'm not saying in the good sense. I know humans use that word for good sense. She's real bad. She's got all the arms. Yeah, she just smash you with her arms to pieces. She controls floating hands.
Oh, I'm not into that. Carry on.
What the heck, Amrut?
Keep going.
Okay. How does one handle her?
Ah, I saw what you did there. I told you she controls the hands. Just deal with her. Southern portion. Her or Ashakali. Either of those will fulfill our deal. And I give you the whole bag. You want to know how many sigils I've got? You want to know?
Yes.
Go ahead and deal with that. You'll find out.
Okay. Sora will come back and tell everyone, alright, we do not get the oval until we take care of Ashkali.
I don't think we're in any shape to do that right now.
Or one of her disciples.
Maybe we can rest before we do that, or...
Mr. Park tells you guys. Asha Kali vanished a long time ago. There's no way she's here. If there is something down there, it's probably an apparition just like these ghosts are. Shouldn't be able to hurt us. Remember what the 100 Hands said. Once he opened that seal for us, we're not leaving this place until it's done. And I know we beat the devil. We take a short or long rest here, we will have regained his strength. Our best bet are these sigils.
Let us do this then. We can't let him come back.
All right.
He looks at you. All right, Phoenix. I know we can't afford to push forward, but it's even worse if we stop.
Yep.
I will fast travel you to your closest point, and then I'll also fast travel you guys back when it's time.
Okay. Thank you.
So you guys are next to the ghost dwarf towards the bottom, and you guys can continue since you haven't traversed that. I don't want to fast travel you since you might, there might be something along. But here you guys are, right? You guys kind of move down through this network. It's the far says light protruding south. Which way should we go?
I think we should make sure we cover all our bases before we go all the way south.
Oh, I'm in no condition to argue with you. That matter, I agree. When you walk in, there's three dwarves arguing. More importantly, though, you see an individual in the bottom. Vaguely see him. Then, once he spots you, light source erupts.
Oh.
What the?
You see the dwarves goes, oh fuck! Yavena's kid's coming. These ghosts just scramble away. And now they're upstairs that we temporarily banished. Family, it is here. Dagda. And he looks at you all and he speaks. Voice trembles the mountains around you. Step forward, intruders. Show me your light.
Oh boy.
I hate kids.
As far as he's got his gun in his hand. It looks like this isn't an apparition at all. Not omnipotent, I want to point this out. Yaga looks at each of you and he goes, if you're here, then where's my mother?
Hmm.
Don't know. She
Uh.
kind of disappeared on us.
Yeah, we can't really tell you that, kid.
We a deception roll.
But she did disappear on us.
Yeah.
Well, we had a
Yeah,
hand in that disappearance.
Can I
We are trying to
help in
mislead
any
him.
way?
that's the part. Yeah, you're lying.
Who's
Yeah, you can
rolling
help.
for it?
Not
Yeah.
me.
I'm happy to if you guys would like.
I was the one capping. I think I'll do it for better.
Yeah.
Better for worse.
There you go. There you
I'd
go.
say.
He
Okay,
tells
that's what I'm
me,
doing.
and not only is that, is he looks like the type of character that is also pretty insightful. By the way, he's got the whole yin yang focus thing going. But as he looks to each of you, he just goes, "Lying to me, please.
Oh.
Tell me the truth, not truth muddied."
We banished her.
I see. He jumps and leaps in front of you, and when he hits the ground, by the way, a little crater forms on the ground.
I know he's the enemy, but he's so cool at the same time.
Ends up
Just relax, buddy.
Istafar's got his gun out, pointed towards him, and Yaga says, "My mother, why did you come to this temple? Did you kill her? Did you release her through the hands? Because then she yet lives."
Oh, yes, we went through the hands.
See, you've not sent her back to the mouth that feeds, but
Yeah, it wasn't like a death. You know what I mean?
If given the option, though, well,
How does that make you feel? Yaga, is it?
I am Yaga. Yaga of the elevated hands, the elegance palm. I love my mother. She's evil as shit.
Oh.
However, if you had killed her, it'd be a different conversation, because she is still my mother. You've only sent her back to where she was before. She is alive.
Out of curiosity, where is she for real?
Should be somewhere by Fairland. All of the major Malders are gathering nearby, preparing for the Queen's arrival.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
Palma's expected to show to the shindig, huh?
In a year's time, as she has promised. See, he stomps on the ground. The layer beneath this is a hole. Even though it is not where the mouth that feeds is, it is a direct route to the mouth that feeds. All of these major points of tension are.
How come you're here and not there?
My mother told me to guide the door. He points to his light pattern he has on the floor. Then he snaps his fingers. See a hole in the ground. Then he puts the light back up because he's not sure about you guys just yet.
Where does that go?
That goes to the level beneath this place, Forbidden Place. Place the dwarves dug many years ago, too far for their own good. Yet they dug. What is down there is a creature called the Devil. That is its name. And if you've reached me without perfect mind and control over your own thoughts, you've likely already encountered the Devil's physical, mental connection.
Yes, I think we did.
oh yeah, that was me.
I'm impressed you're all alive then. Once the Devil takes his host, he never releases them.
Don't worry, it's a steel trap up here.
So, why are you all here? Speak truth. Let not lies leave your lips. I am really insightful. Will not be slighted again.
Well, hello. Nunley, I am Sora from the Turtle Islands.
Annalie,
I am a prospective rune warrior from the school in the Fairlands. We were told this is called a burial site. We were tasked to quell the darkness that was growing from it.
yes, there is much darkness in this place. The devil has his grip on it. He guards the gateway to the mouth that feeds, a hole that appears normal in nature but is in fact said gateway.
And it is our job to find a way to stop it, I think.
Yes. That is why you were here, it would seem. Otherwise, you've taken a horrible turn in the wrong direction.
It has happened to me once or twice, but not this time.
I don't want to take your life. Surely we can find some form of agreement that suits both parties.
I'm willing to play ball with you there.
What do you want?
Well, what do you suggest? See, I'm not as social as you creatures. You lived in some form of society, even if some of you lived in lesser society. But me, I've only lived in dark places, meditating. My engagement for the creatures outside of fighting is limited. Other creatures, such as Mouthers, are not exactly enjoyable to communicate with.
Well, what if we became friends?
What is a friend?
A friend is
Oh,
someone
boy.
you can depend on. Someone you can tell stupid jokes to or play games with.
Like my
Here, look.
mother.
And Judith will come up and pull out her bag and pull out a bunch of photos. And I was like, yeah, look, like this. And I will show them different photo, like the photo that we took with Mistafar, like before we went on our mission. I'll show him the photos of like on the mission with like the floaty ghosty spirits. I'll show him then I'll get to the photo of Sora drunk on a table. Say, look, like we're just like, it's friends. This is what we mean.
Can I keep some of these photos?
Which ones?
3 of them. Be the first portion of our arrangement.
I would say yes, but I'm gonna take a photo of them. Take a photo of the photo, and you can
No.
you can take the originals. I'll take the copy.
Then you've lost nothing. I want to take something.
Ugh. Shit.
Just give him the one where I was drunk on the table. It's embarrassing, but it's endearing.
Oh, I like that photo. Okay.
We need to
Okay.
keep that one.
No,
You
please.
can pick 3.
We can always
Oh,
get her drunk again and take a new one.
All right, you can pick 3 photos.
What is this? It looks like a turtle, but has a beak of a dragon.
Oh, that is
Oh, yeah,
Baby
that's-
Mellow.
I'll take
That's
Baby
Mello.
Mello.
That's our other friend.
This is one for sure. What's this bear-looking
Okay.
creature? This is the Mouther. I know this. This is Ursula.
Oh. Yes, that one. That one is.
We
Wow.
went into the mouth that feeds that time, and we met him.
This was the first Mouthler that we met, actually.
Ursula's really weak among
Second.
Mouthers.
Oh, second. Yeah, I meant. Yes.
Let's see. No, I'll definitely take the bear one as well. Fond of Ursula, even if he's weakest. All right. Let's see here. What is this? Dragon's Horde? Dead dragon?
Yes. That is an instant classic. We were kind of going in a weird dreamscape, but it turns out it was reality. And there's this coin. Actually, sweeten the deal. I can give you this coin if you want, and I'll pull out the dragon coin that I stole, that I borrowed.
He looks at the coin and he goes, "For this in the photo, I will require nothing else of you."
Okay, great. Making deals.
Now, you've struck in a deal. This gives you safe passage to the level beneath. But if you ever find my mother, you must express to her that you defeated me, forced me into a retreat.
Can we take a photo of you like pretending like you're beat up on the ground to make it so I can prove it?
They'll have to look real, so unless you're proficient in one of those kits, what are they called? Disguise kit?
I'm proficient in disguise kits.
You'll have to let me look bruised and cut. I need to be convincing, or my mother will think that I betrayed her. I would never betray my mother, but I don't see much fit in protecting the devil, the law.
It's okay. Here you go. And I'll come to Amrut, and I'm sure he has blood on him somewhere, and I'll just kind of pull some off of you, and then I'll start putting it onto Yaiga.
And to make sure you don't look too weak in the fight, let's have it make it look like you're punching me in the face.
Good idea.
Yeah, here. I'll get over here.
Not for real.
I'm sorry, I was like opening up his sheet.
Hold on. Everyone here, I can see everybody. So everyone get in like battle positions here. Okay, back up. Right, Phoenix. What are you doing?
I was gonna get out of the frame.
No. Get in. Otherwise, she might not know it's real.
As far as pointing both his guns at him, he usually only fights with one gun. He prefers having a free hand, but he pulls out both guns and there's like smoke protruding out of them somehow.
Oh, this is great. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
No. Wait.
What happened?
I want in on this. The dwarves in the north, the ghost dwarves reform.
What?
Oof. You're taking a photo. I want to look like the walls revolted against them. They like lift their axes towards Yaka.
Okay, sure. Okay, ready? Look vicious. 3, 2, 1. Ah!
Lewis doesn't look
Nice.
convincing in any way.
Sora managed to like make it look like she's on her the ball of 1 foot, like backwards, with her chin shooting up as if the punch was really hard.
Emmer like was in a battle pose, but he looks awkward. He's like, "Why do my joints feel so weird?"
Christopher actually shoots around past Yaga. But what's scary for you guys is you see Yaga catches the bullet.
Oh, that's good.
It's like smoking in his hand when you take the photo. And also, your disguise kit. How well did you do on him? I don't know if you have inspiration or not.
I do. I have 1 recap inspiration, and I'll use it. What do I roll for it? Is it my intelligence?
I'll let you use your charisma.
My charisma. Okay.
Not always, but for here, it feels appropriate with the social contract.
Okay. Charisma. Here we go. Disguise kit. And
Advantage.
Yep. Disguise kit.
There we go. Describe how you managed to looking battered and bruised. You did a Hollywood makeup job on this.
Yeah. First of all, I'd ask him what color blood does he actually bleed here?
Blue, of course, like everyone
Blue.
else.
Great. So I will have to use some of his blue blood to get a nice little to make a palette of like other paint to make it look just like it. So I need to get a prick of a finger, no biggie, and then I will use that to kind of paint on him, give him a nice like busted lip, get like one eye is like sunken in, and like his part of his hair looks like it's like kind of ripped out, just like a whole bunch of mud is in it, and then I'll get like a couple like slashes on him from like the size of Lewis's sword, and then like try to make him look like he has like a broken leg as well, and one of his arms. I'm looking at the art now. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Pop it back up for you.
Yeah. He has all 8 of those arms constantly, right?
He actually only has 2 arms, but when he when he moves his hands around, they shift into multiple hands,
Oh,
like
okay, never mind.
almost like in
Then,
a mirage kind of thing.
then I'll have one arm and I'll kind of use some rope, like a sash, and I'll kind of make it look like has one arm behind his back, and it looks like there's like blood dripping off the stump, like we ripped one of his arms off. Okay,
Nice.
great.
To be excellent. Mother knows I can regenerate rather fast. You won't even consider that the arm is removed. Now, training frequently, she cuts them off herself.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Dwarves are like, all right, you didn't have to give us that fucking story. And they run back to the north and disappear.
Yeah, seen worse.
Now,
Anyway,
you are all free to traverse to the bottom whenever you please. He releases the light.
Sora would look back to everyone. Should we check to see if that was what we needed to get from the dwarf? Or was this our way through after all?
what for the sigil? You know about a sigil, Yiga?
Yes, we discovered it sometime, buried exactly where the creature was standing. Died. He pulls a bag out of his back pocket. These are the sigil stones here.
Oh shit.
Oh,
What a fool to hide it exactly where he stood.
he lied. Got it.
And he gives you the stones. In addition to the stones, though, he sees that Amrut has like this axe screwed to his back, and he tells him that's the Berserker's axe, and in detail explains it to you. I will also, because you got Yiga's good side, I'm going to quickly edit this handout so that you can be aware that this item is cursed. She would explain that to you. Save. Okay. You should now be able to also see the curse that is attached to this weapon, as Yiga would tell you that information.
Yep.
As for the sigils, another handout you have to read. I'm going to move the Berserker's Axe to a relevant handout so we can find it in the future. And now it's in the Temple of Usher. And I'm also going to show you guys Dwarven sigils, which are extraordinarily good. And above game for your consideration is, guys, they're very valuable, but in the pack that you guys have right now, there are 15 of them. You might want to consider using one or two to make some more potions right now. Like right the fuck now.
Right now.
Remember, you guys, I may not hand out as many potions, but now you guys can just make them whenever you're willing to burn those resources.
Hey.
For your consideration. While you guys all read this real quick, I'm going to refill my drink, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Ooh, we could definitely use some potions for sure.
Don't worry about not having the photo of Ursa anymore, because that was one of the earliest ones that I sent in. So that was already a copy, so we're good. Don't worry. But the other ones I'll delete from my folder.
Wow.
So 15 of these stones could get us quite a couple of healing potions for sure.
Yeah, just let me know, guys. I got you.
Start crafting.
Good idea.
Right now.
And how long does it take you to make one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
What did they say in Breaking Bad? I don't know.
Takes as long as it takes. I don't know. I haven't watched Breaking Bad.
We can make
When I say we're done.
my potions. Ready when it's ready. Nope. Said it about Cyberpunk, but anyways.
Oof. What was the crafting time typically?
Well, it surrounds around the check. If you do extraordinarily good on the check, you bust it one out really fast. If you do bad on the check or fail, it took you longer. But it won't usually take you more than 10 to 15 minutes on average. Which Yiga brought you guys probably the time to make 3 of those. But you would need to shuffle down below before the devil fully recovered.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need to get Mr. Farr and Lewis at least back up to speed the most.
Is anyone else able to make some or confident that they can make some? We could even get 4 or 5 of these things busted out. For the earth for the win.
Phoenix?
That is the one of the things I'm not proficient in. I got cartographers, jewelers, smiths, thieves, and tinkers, but no brewing.
Well, let me ask this: does anyone have guidance?
Yes, I do. Wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. That's Credence.
Whoa.
Credence low.
Oh,
I mean, inspiration could probably work for
I
that.
have,
Though,
I have,
right?
I have Mage Hand. I can hold things while he's doing stuff to keep his hands free.
Wait, did we upgrade my alchemist supplies, or did we get a better kit? Which one was it?
I thought you bought a better kit from the
Yeah, you did.
brought. Gotcha.
Nothing.
Yeah, did I buy a whole new kit? Is that what
No,
what
so
we
remember
did?
you-
It was an upgraded one, yeah.
Yeah, you have a use. You can mark a use off of it to improve your result.
Okay.
And I think you got 5. I can't remember if you got 5. I don't know if you annotated it on your sheet or not.
Nope.
Well, right now we'll roll with 5, and then I'll go back to the recording later and figure out how many you actually got.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty sure it's a +1 though when he.
Gotcha. So I would have the old kit too, though.
Yes.
Okay. So I could
Yes.
probably I could at least have someone use that just to work, just for a base to work with.
Sure. Who here is confident in is alchemy or brewer supplies? Is no one else proficient there?
Negative.
One took up this class.
Yeah.
The brewers.
Alchemy or
I'm a
brewers.
painter.
In the meantime, let's see your checks, Amrut, because if you do really good on them, then you could probably get more than the average. Which...
Fair enough. Let's go. Hold on. He's gonna go over to the side here.
There we go.
You knock out the first one in half the time it takes. Well done. You have a healing potion. Your next one. It's exactly what you need, but it takes the time expected. So you need to excel on this next one if you want to. You get a 9. Do you want to mark your use of your kit?
Yeah.
You bring it up to a 10, which is the average check. Slightly above average for what you need on this. So what it'll do is it'll allow you to make a 4th check, but unless you roll an 18 or higher, you will have failed to make that final potion. And you'll still you'll still expend the resource.
Fair enough. Let's go.
I have a session inspiration, not a recap inspiration. Can I let him have that?
Okay.
One more, you have advantage. Give you the inspiration.
Yes.
Okay.
there we go.
You are able to make 4 potions and be considered to use 4 of your 15 dwarven sigils. All right.
Well, here we are. Here. I hand them out to whoever needs them.
I'll take one. That's cool.
Sure. Then I'll give one to Mr. Farr Lewis and Sora.
Excellent.
And these are-
Thanks. Gonna
Big-
need it.
I think I'll be having mine right now before it becomes a liability.
Agreed. And he just like lifts up his bottle up to Mistafar, like clinking glasses.
Now it's ding.
Pops the bottle, chugs it down.
Go, 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 go. We got 11 sigils, and Yaga, because you guys overcame him in social, you would have gotten it beating him in a combat anyways, gives you the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, sweet.
Everything's a fight, you know. I was worried you guys were like, oh, I see him around the corner. Let's set up a surprise round. Boy, it's happened. All right, and average, I know you're piecing these things together here.
Give me 30 minutes.
Give me an hour.
No, I got it.
Popping them all up.
Yep.
And now that we have Yaga's explanation, do we still want Amrut to use the Berserker's Axe, including its risk, or does somebody else want to use it? We do know that it is particularly effective against the devil. So outside of its, which means it probably has additional things against the devil that it won't have after the devil. Think of it like a werewolf and silver. This is like silver to. Just for your consideration.
Well, there's only 2 people that could wield it, right?
That is up to the crew.
How's your strength score there, Amrut?
Oh, that's shit. So it's probably Lewis anyway. But if it were me, it would not be up to me.
Does Lewis need another curse?
Yeah, Lewis, you're double cursed. You're already cursed anyways, right? Like,
Yeah, it's not exactly in the best condition to be using it.
Oof, I rushed, but I made the full thing in the Discord.
Okay, I'm gonna pop it open. There we go.
Awesome.
All the text. Would someone please do the honors of reading this aloud?
The dwarves forged a weapon that could defy the devil himself, the Berserker's Axe. But the axe corrupts the soul of any who dared use it. To safely use the weapon, you must give it a drop of your blood and place the dwarven sigil upon the hilt. When all this is done, speak the following. By the great dwarven king, Orin Ironbeard, I command your strength.
Thank you. You average for piecing it together properly.
No problem.
If I give Lewis my healing potion, and he gets a little bit more extra back, maybe I could see him using it.
Maybe.
It's up to you, though, Lewis.
As Lewis kind of just looks at the axe for a bit, he looks at his extremely rusted longsword that he's had for a while, and just takes a deep breath. Well, now's a better time than any. As in the back of his head, he just hears that same voice echoing again and again in the back of his mind. You've tried many things over the past years. What makes being here any different? Then he just flashes back to all the different memories of being with the group, and of the words he spoke when Amrut was taken over by the devil. That you're the one in control, and to not let it take over. As he just takes his rusted sword and hands it to Yiga. You want something of value, right? I've had this for a long time, but it's probably just me clinging to the past. There's a long story that goes with it, but I think it's about time I let it go. As he just undoes the flower, the Ilia flower that's on it, and draws another sword, being his masterwork sword that he's had for a while, which is a +1 to attack, which would be pretty damn close to what the Berserker Act does. And wraps the Ilia flower around the hilt again. I think this should serve us just fine.
Amrut, it looks like you're in charge of the Berserker's Axe.
What?
I thought Lewis was.
Oh, I thought
In
Lewis
case
was
we
keeping
need it.
his sword.
I'll probably keep it on him just in case we absolutely need it, but he's probably going to be sticking with his masterwork sword for the time being
Oh,
until
I
it shows
misunderstood.
this thing really needs the Berserk Axe to kill it.
Do you need to be attuned for whatever effect on the creature to take place, or?
Yeah, because it's just an axe if you're not attuned to it. Something to consider, Lewis, whether you're going to commit to that attunement, even if you don't mainly handle the weapon yet. Otherwise, it's useless to it. Make decisions. Though it doesn't have immediate payoff, it gives you maximum hit points increase.
Yeah. So is tuning to it basically just doing the drop of blood on the hilt? Or is it like the full hour?
If you do the Dwarven Caesar blood drop, you instantly attune. You don't have an hour. You'd
Okay,
have to
that
do
makes
the
sense.
Caesar, the Dwarven Caesar.
Okay. I'm assuming that would probably take like a full action to do in combat.
In combat, yeah, it'll take an action, so you don't have to attune to it right now if you don't want to, but you can always opt out with the Dwarven Caesar to do.
Okay, gonna hold off for the time being. Unless it shows that we really do need this thing in order to kill that devil down there.
Really?
Two things. One, could I have a virtually cast comprehend languages while we were?
Yeah.
Amrut was potion.
Yeah. Amrut took like 15 minutes to make the potion, so you have plenty of time to ritual.
All right, and maybe we should split up. We should split these sigils up because I scrolled down on the handout, which was great, and it does a lot of stuff. So
There's a
can I go
lot
down
of
to
stuff.
3? If
Before we continue, because I'm not sure if anyone's tracking or if we're just grabbing. How many left? Oh, Sora's 7 left. Oh, Jesus, sorry. Continue.
No problem. I believe some of us should have a couple extra on us in case things get bad, or we can stay back and use the bombs, I believe.
yeah, here I'll take 3 if that's okay.
Yep, so that leaves it with 4 in the bag. I believe both Lewis and Mr. Fast are really low. Now that I've healed up, here you go, Lewis. And she'll give you the healing potion she was given.
Nice. Gonna need it down there.
It's words in your mouth, apparently.
Oh, are you allergic to cinnamon? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not a taste I'd prefer, but it's better than death.
There are 4 left. Should we just use the rest to get Mr. Farr and Lewis all the way up? Mr. Farr, you're bleeding out of your ear. Let's have you at least take 2.
He positions you over here. Sorry, I can't hear out of that side of my face. What did you say?
You at least need 2 or you're just going to die.
These sigils could prove very useful for explosive force. Not to mention, if the Malder can't be hurt by mundane weapons, we may need it to empower us. Should be very careful not to use them all.
Well, if need be, Judith took 3. She could be our explosives expert. I've taken at least 1 extra. With 2, I'll leave 2 left.
If I have...
My crossbow's magical, so I don't need it.
If I eat 2, how many of them?
2.
You all stash from Judith or a total?
Total. So as an extra. Yeah, just 2.
Wait, I thought we had 7 in total, right?
Sorry, it's spread around a bit. Sora has an extra. Judith has 3.
So Judith 3, you have 1, and who has the other 2 then?
It's in the bag, I think, still.
Okay, he'll take 2 out of the bag and eat it for 10. Matt, she got 20. He's a dwarf.
Judith is gonna, while she's kind of away from everyone, just gonna be like, All right, get it together. Get it together. You can do this. You can do this. And I'm gonna cast healing word on myself.
Here you go.
What the?
All right.
What?
Jagger goes.
What do you look at? I'm the best.
Yeah. Look at me. Bow.
No, she's less than half hit points.
Jagger tells you all, I can use one of my hands to float you to the lower cavern. You must face the devil. But defeating the devil will send him back to the mouth that feeds, so I can't afford to let him see that you guys didn't defeat me or my mother. She would think I had betrayed her. Mothers take betrayal really serious, which is odd since they always betray each other.
Why are you willing to put your stuff in this much?
I'm a
potential trouble
project,
for us?
apparently a very important one.
Okay. Got it. You're a project. And I'll just kind of put my hand out to get taken down.
And he,
Who's the one leading it?
the project?
Yeah.
Well, really tough to answer this question. Mouthers are a limited species. They go to their survivability entirely relies on the fact that they can't be killed permanently outside of the mouth that feeds, but they can inside. Mouthers don't replenish in that regard. I'm one of the first creatures to be born of a mouther. So that is why I'm a project.
Let's see.
But that still doesn't help. Like, you're a project, but that's why you want to help us?
Not help you. I thought you were asking me what was my purpose.
No. Why? You seem to be willing to put yourself in potential trouble by helping us. Why?
I don't know. I don't want to hurt people for no reason. The other mouthers seem to do it as if it comes natural to them. Me, I'm my own person. There's no need to use the powers invested in me. Destruction. Perhaps I got that from my father.
Who is your father?
Never heard of
Yes.
him. Name is Quaria.
Oh.
He's been in prison for hundreds of years. It's doubtful you counted such a creature. At least that's what my parents told me. He told me that it's only been about 40, 50 years. At least when we talked about 10 years.
I'll shuffle through my photos and I'll pull an old photo out of him. This is him, right? Didn't we meet him?
I will allow you to take a picture of this photo, but I must demand a copy.
Okay. I will take a photo of the photo, give him the copy, and I keep the original.
Benna and Quaria. We can't choose our parents. Quaria is not as bad as the other mountain. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Regardless, that feeling you have is not wanting to hurt others. You hold on to that.
Okay. I should tell you that there are 6 others born of a mouther, and I am one of the project. Each one of those seems to be extraordinarily hostile to even other mouthers, so I'm different in that regard. Perhaps they hope that I will grow into that malicious state. But for now, perhaps pertaining to my abilities of enlightenment, I'm able to remain my cool. Should you encounter the other 6 like me, very careful. And he cuts off his arm, and just instantly regenerates, popping out a new arm. They're extraordinarily powerful, the best of the mouthers and the best of rune warriors.
And this is Palm's project, or
Yes,
just
she fuels us. The blood of Palm runs through my veins. I wouldn't want to be you all if you ever fight her. Palm's greatest achievement in the mouth that feeds is walking down to the lowest level, destroying Anorak, the original sin, forcing her into a crown as her trump card.
Sounds pretty intense, actually.
Anorak is a spider goddess, which had a direct hand in screwing up Palm's life once upon a time. That's all she wrote. That's all we've heard of that story. But now, he's a trump card within her crown. I shouldn't be telling you this, but it circles back to my original point. I don't want to be evil. I don't know how to be good.
That is the thing I think many modern people struggle with, from what I've seen. They think they're good, so they don't work hard for it. But those that realize they can always be better tend to find they find the right path in the end.
I'd say Yiga, stick with that one, pointing to Sora, and you'll figure out how to be good.
Let's get on with this, shall we? I feel strange. I feel like I betrayed my mother just now. My people.
You get to decide who your people are.
This part shouting down everything he said. His war book.
Yeah, just write that down, write that down.
I'm told it was Palm. No. But Yaga looks to all of you and says, I think that's enough talk about my family. I do not want to be the death of them either, just as I would not want to be the death of you. Let me extend you down to the devil. Perhaps we'll see each other again. Perhaps the devil will destroy you. I do wish you luck in this matter.
Ilanan, Yiga.
Thank you.
And he extends you all into this hole, this eerie hole. You guys reach the bottom of the chamber and you can feel the devil. Not sleeping, waiting, building its strength is lost in the failed possession on Amrut. And as you all level yourselves to the bottom, here, this place is dead. Not because there are dead creatures down here, which there likely are. Very earth itself, the stone, the dirt, the air you breathe feels dead. All of it. It's disgusting. And now, join me in my the dark. Safar looks back. The devil already knows we're here. If anyone can put up light, yes, you do so. Don't need any handicaps against his foe.
Light me
What
up,
was it?
Judith.
Yeah, okay. Here you go. And I'll put up a little. I'll blow out my old quill. That. Oh no, Sora, you have your quill.
Yes, it's
I'll
in my
just
gear.
Here you go, and I'll just kind of touch it, wincing a little, and I'll cast light.
Light is now on Sora. Do yourselves. This is the Maldorid's. Almost time. Safar touches the ground, an eye forms of his head of shadow, and it spits throughout the room. It says, North. I have to teach you the techniques.
Yes.
No, we can only once every. There's this procedure on the floor that you can almost not make out that it's blood and there's a cross-like thing in the center, but Sora's light, not relying on dark vision, which is only shades of gray, perfectly see these hands, bloodied hands, and a circle of.
I take a photo. And also, are we sure we should just be like walking into this circle sigil here?
It's just right in the way. It's kind of inconvenient.
Argos, that is an excellent point. That could be a prison. Luckily, we didn't all walk into it.
Oh shit.
Jenkins. We need at least 3 Jenkins a session, so if I ever fall short, remind me.
There's a... What is that? A body? What is that?
Yeah, you could see it's a failed warrior that came down here before you. It's a, you know it's a dwarf because even though it's a skeleton, its beard is still intact.
Sneak. I'll come through. Oh shit, I thought this was... Sorry, I don't know if this was the way. I just didn't want to cross the blood thing. Sorry for the truck.
Okay, you're good. Mr. Fargo's, you can all feel it, right? That itch in your skin, the butterflies in your stomach, your hair standing up in your neck and back. Mouther is here, and it is powerful.
But one of many we have to face. We can do this.
Oh, hey, Mr. Farr. Okay. Whew.
He looks at you. You just go a different way from the rest of us.
I didn't want to cross the blood thing.
Appropriate.
No more. Just keep an eye on her.
Thank you, Lois.
If I die in this next fight, I want you to know that I'm extraordinarily proud of each and every one of you, and I couldn't have asked for a better student.
Stop that. You'll have biscuits by morning.
And he shows the bread that, of all the places you could have stabbed me, Amrut, through loaf of bread, and there's like blood all over it.
Oh, sorry.
Judith, watch out! Grabs you as a hand ruptures onto the ground. A second hand next to it. And an eye out of this gaping hole. As the eye lifts up and light spews off of it. Just a little bit of light. More like a shadowy light. You guys can feel its gaze. You can feel its depth. You can feel the end of every single one of your characters. Let's roll initiative next week. That is where we conclude today's session.
Motherfucker.
Holy shit.
That's terrifying.
Uh-huh.
We'll be all right.
Yes.
Now the 2 people up front in the yellow.
There we go.
Wait to back up.
That's
That's
better.
not good.
All right, friends. I had a very enjoyable session with you today. Big old thing. Time to say goodbye to the stream. Thank you for watching episode 15. Don't miss out next week. It's sure to be killer. The rest of you can engage in conversation, but I'm going to roll the credits and I won't be able to talk for at least 30 seconds. See.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in. Our victory is in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war. We bring the war to